Hello, today we are going to talk about types of slope, and so we actually are not going to fill out most of this. We're just going to be looking at the different types. And so we've already talked about how slope relates to mountains and skiing slopes, and so that's why we're going to look at this little mountain over here. And the slope of a horizontal line is 0. So just like in the slope dude video, if you were skiing and there was no slope, it's not going to be fun. So no, 0 fun, and you're going horizontal. It's just flat. And then just like in the video, when the skier was going over the cliff is straight up and down. It's a vertical line, and that was undefined. So vertical lines are undefined. To represent undefined as a fraction, it is actually anything with 0 underneath. So it could be like 3 divided by 0. You are technically not supposed to divide by 0. So anything with 0 underneath, that's what your undefined would look like as a fraction. And then remember, up and right are positive movements. So if you're going up and to the right, it is positive, and then down and to the left are negative movements. And as you move across your graph, if the line is going down, then it is negative. Okay, so then you're going to flip to the back. So what you're going to do, we're going to actually go down here first, and you're going to sketch a sample or a few of each type of slope. So make sure you do a sample of each slope. If you would like, you can add a skier, and then I'm going to have the play pause at pause, and then we'll go over some of the values. Okay, so for positive slopes, they should be increasing. So as you move across your graph, we read a graph just like we do a book, go from left to right. So they should be anything that is going up as you go right, and it looks like it's an increase. So if you were talking about money in a bank, hopefully you're adding money, so it's increasing. And then a negative slope is going down as you go across the graph. So anything that looks like it's going down, and it would be decreasing, a decrease. And just like I said before, 0 slope is going to just go straight across. It's horizontal. Think about slope dude. As he skis across 0 slope, he's saying 0 fun. And then an undefined slope is a vertical line. It's just undefined. Okay, so now we're actually going to move up to the top part here. And before we look at this, try it, I want you to think about steep and steepness. So if you're talking about skiing slopes, the steeper the slope, the more fun it's going to be. So slopes will be represented with fractions with a greater absolute value. So this right here is absolute value, and the bigger the absolute value, the steeper the slope. Okay, so up at the top where it says try it, we are going to graph 4 different lines, and actually by we I mean you. We're going to graph 4 different lines, all with negative slopes, and then you're going to look at the steepness of them. So something to graph your points, I would start with points first, and then make sure that you're going down as you move across. So really all you need to do is plot 2 points and then graph. So 2 more, I'm going to plot 2 points, and it doesn't matter where you put them. connect your dots when you're done. And then one more. And then when you're done, you're going to draw your slope triangles. So remember, it's the vertical and horizontal. You should be making right triangles from one point to the other. And I'm not even counting them yet. I'm just drawing my right triangles from one point to the other point. So down and horizontal. Then what you can do is count them, and we'll get more into this tomorrow, but we've already been exposed to it. So you should be able to count your sides and then compare your slopes. So this one, we'll start with this pink line right here. I went down 2 and right 3, so my slope is -2/3 here. If I look at my blue line right here, I went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and over 1. So my slope would be -5/1 or -5. And then for my green line, I went down 1, 2 over 1. So that means my slope here is -2. And for my orange, I went down 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4. So -2/4, which is also equal to -1/2. So notice my larger numbers, like 5, is much bigger and the slope is much steeper.